looking like we are lining up. Can you hear me? Okay, great. Okay, back into Derby action here. We are watching the hot items wearing orange taking on the Price Slashers in yellow. And the hot items have Jawbreaker Jose, number 922 on the jam line. And the first points of the game are on the board. 4 points going up there for the hot items. Star Pass achievement not unlocked for number 10, Valkyrie of the Price Slashers. Valkyrie, thank you. Valkyrie, sorry about that, Valkyrie. I have been mispronouncing your name for the last 3 bouts. I do apologize. And Valkyrie has put the Price Slashers on the board for 3. Hot items taking an early lead here at 8. And the Price Slashers have lead jam this time. It is 007 Phoenix will be lead jammer. And jamming for the hot items is, and Phoenix already through that first scoring pass for 4 points. Hot items jammer, meanwhile, still on that initial pass. That is Meowch, number 39. Jamming for the hot items. Phoenix out of the pack for another scoring pass. 4 points for the Price Slashers. We've got a first lead change of this bout. And Phoenix coming in for another scoring pass. Scooting past Danny DeSpanko there for, let's see. And Meowch out of that pack at last will not be lead jammer. Hot items working to break up those Price Slashers as Meowch is on that first scoring pass. We've got a power jam for the hot items. It appears that Phoenix has been sent to that penalty box. And the Price Slashers teaming up at the front of the pack, keeping Meowch trapped. Nice hit there from number 401, Tarantula. Tarantula, one of our coaches here this black and blue weekend. Big hit there from Tarantula on Meowch. Queen of Hearts, meanwhile, recycling Meowch to the back of that pack. Hauling Out's taking a tumble there in the middle of the pack. And it looks like Meowch did put 3 points on the board in that jam. And now we are all tied up on the scoreboard. It's an 11-11 game. Looks like we've got 5-on-5 out there. I'll let you know who's jamming and who's not once I can see their numbers. Nice stop block there at the front of the pack. Good teamwork there from the Price Slashers. And that is Riff Raff, number 54, coming out. Riff is going to be lead jammer. Hemlocked, meanwhile, jamming for the hot items. And Riff coming around for 4 points. Hemlocked not quite getting the star pass. Her pivot says, I don't want this. Here you go. Riff coming around for another scoring pass. Hemlocked attempting another star pass there in the pack. Number 14, Punk of the Hot Items just merciless there on Riff Raff. Punk coming to us all the way from Lincoln, Nebraska. No Coast Roller Derby. Nice hit to the outside, courtesy of number 42, Scarlet Fever of the Price Slashers. Riff Raff, meanwhile, coming around for another 4 points. Hemlock finally out of that pack. Riff sees Hemlock approaching, goes for the shutout, calls it off. Looks like Riff Raff did pick up 2 more points there. For the Price Slashers, that's going to catapult them up to 24. Where's my head at? 24 points, so that was a 13-point jam there from Riff Raff. All right, and we got 707 of the Hot Items. That is Catastrophe. Gonna be lead jammer Catastrophe coming to us from Mid-Michigan Roller Derby. Catastrophe running right into Asteroid there in the pack. And looks like, and right before Foxy Tosin can score any points, Cat calls it off. Cat putting 4 more points on the board there for the Hot Items. So we've got number 116, Ursa Mamer, back on the jam line for the Price Slashers. We've seen quite a bit of Ursa Mamer jamming this weekend. Ursa currently getting hung up on Mac Attack there at the front of the pack. Ursa breaks through, gonna be lead jammer. Ada wearing the star for the Hot Items. Ada looking to get the star pass there in the pack. And Ursa coming around for 4 points. Star pass achievement not unlocked. Mac Attack going to the penalty box. Ash holding on to the star. Ursa Mamer, meanwhile, cutting the line through the outside, picking up 4 points, and Ursa's not slowing down. Ash, meanwhile, still on that initial pass. Price Slashers doing a dynamite job teaming up at the front of the pack. Ursa coming around for, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, another 4 points. That's the jam. That's going to bring the Price Slashers up to 36. Hot Items, 15. And right away, would you look at that? It is 007 Phoenix, lead jammer. Hot Items jammer getting hung up on Demolition and Tarantula there at the front of the pack. Number 10 of the Hot Items looking to break things up. 707, meanwhile, coming around for another 4 points. Hot Items getting the star pass there to number 10, Mac Attack. Oh, Dark and Phoenix taking a hit right there from number 205. Ricky Bobby decides to call it off. Hot Items held scoreless. Price Slashers up to 44. We got Riff Raff back, number 54, back on the jam line for the Price Slashers. Going to be joined by Jawbreaker Jose of the Hot Items. Oh, Jawbreaker getting called out on a penalty right off the bat. This is going to be a power jam for the Price Slashers. Punk keeping that line together at the front of the pack. Boom, meanwhile, looking to break things up for her jammer there. Number 8, Kraken, trying to line things back up there for the Hot Items. Riff coming up against Trash and Punk there in the back of the pack. Hot Items doing a nice job stalling things out till Jose can come out of the penalty box. Jose coming out with a bang, putting a nice big hit there on the Price Slashers pivot. That was Jose's first pass, of course, and that was Riff's first scoring pass. It's like 2-3 points for Riff. Oh, cruel misfortune. Jose headed back to the penalty box. This is going to be another power jam for the Price Slashers. And taking the direction from the bench, Riff calls it, picking up 4 more points there for the Price Slashers, bringing their score up to 48. Hot Items at 15. And so, once again, power start for the Price Slashers. And the Price Slashers have number 10, Valkyrie, on the jam line. But Canna Whoop-Ass trying to open up a line there for Valkyrie. Valkyrie finding that line on the inside. Valkyrie's going to, nope, never mind. I spoke too quickly. That is number 43, Foxy Tosin, going to be lead jammer. Valkyrie's the pivot this jam. Jawbreaker Jose, meanwhile, fresh out of that penalty box, looking to get the star pass. Didn't quite make it happen. Foxy Tosin calls it off, picking up, looks like 3 for the Price Slashers. Got 5-on-5 pack out there. This is Ursa Mamer coming around. Nice blocking action there from number 205, but Ursa is going to be lead jammer. Pack is at a near standstill. Hot Items jammer getting hung up in the back of that pack. Tarantula doing a nice job holding down that line of blockers for the Price Slashers. Ursa, meanwhile, picking up 4 points. We got a star pass from the Hot Items. Number 10, Mechtac taking the star. And Ursa says, I don't really like that. I think I'm going to call this jam off. Hot Items held scoreless for yet another jam. Price Slashers all the way up to 54. Hot Items at 15, and we have just under 20 minutes left to go in this first half. So we got 5-on-5 starting out this jam. If I'm not mistaken, that is 007 Phoenix, where the star for the Price Slashers. And jamming for the Hot Items, we got 707 Catastrophe. Catastrophe elbowing hometown rival Hall & Oates out of the way there. And Demolition, Hall & Oates lining up. Jawbreaker Jose trying to make a hole for her jammer there. And the strategy pays off. Hot item Catastrophe is going to be lead jammer. Back's at a net, and Pack is at a near standstill on the straightaway. Catastrophe almost all the way through, getting caught up there on Demolition at the front of the pack. Demolition trying does not quite get Catastrophe out of bounds. Hull and Oates also going to come in for an assist. Phoenix finally out of that pack. Catastrophe picking up 4 points, decides to call it off. And look at that, the hot items jammer just kind of muscling their way through. That is number 39, Meowch, is going to be lead jammer. Riff caught up in the pack there. Has to get past number 612, Lamine. Riff still caught up in that pack. Meowch coming in for the scoring pass. I see a lot of pushing, I see a lot of shoving. It looks like Riff picked up a penalty there. This is a power jam for the hot items. Nice recycling there from the Price Slashers pivot. Oh, big hit there on Jawbreaker Jose, brought to you by Bam of the Price Slashers. Bam just kind of bamming everybody out there. Boom holding together a nice 3-wall there, lying in wait for Meowch. Riffraff, meanwhile, out of the pack, mixing things up, taking a shoulder ride on Jawbreaker Jose. Ada also coming in to assist. Number 612, Lamine coming to break down that wall. Boom, meanwhile, laying the lumber on the straightaway. Meowch having a tough time getting a break on this scoring pass. Hello.
When you get a second, we made $452 for the Women's Center in that charity game. Will you announce it when you can finish put at?
How many dollars?
452.
Cool. That was amazing.
Yep, thank you.
All right, I would just like to announce that shenanigans bout, the charity bout for the Women's Center, we raised $452 for the Women's Center of Lansing in that shenanigans bout. A big thank you to everyone who donated, and also thank you to all of the refs and all of the skaters and NSOs who participated in that crazy bout. It was a lot of fun. Thank you for being such good sports, and of course, once again, thanks to those of you who opened your wallets for a good cause. Now let's see what's going on here on track 1. That is number 13 of the Price Slashers. Lead jam. No, I'm at 43, Foxy Tosin. Taking away lead jam. We got a star pass. That is number 10, Mac Attack, taking the star for the hot items. Again, we got a 5-on-5 pack situation out there. And this is, I believe I know, yeah, it's 116 Ursa. Mamer gonna be lead jammer. Got Hemlock, number 331, jamming for the hot items, will not be lead jammer. Ursa all the way through, not quite past Jones, thinks better of it, calls it off. 2 points going on the board there for the Price Slashers. Nice three-wall at the front of the pack, brought to you by the Price Slashers. Hall & Oates going for a little love tap there, but number 10 shakes it off. That is Mac Attack going to be lead jammer. Mac Attack coming to us all the way from the Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. And cutting through that pack like nothing, Mac Attack scores 4 and calls it off. So hot items creeping up there, up to 27. Price Slasher still in the lead at 59 points. We have just under 9 points left to go. And Catastrophe is going to be on the jam line for the hot items, joined by number 54, Riff Raff of the Price Slashers. And right away, we got the hot items. Pivot, mixing things up with Riff Raff in the pack. That is number 205, Ricky Bobby. They're sticking to that jammer like glue. But the Price Slashers have a great three-wall there at the front of the pack. Riff cuts through on the inside. They're going to be your lead jammer. Direction and gameplay called on Chaos there. Catastrophe. Ooh, nice hit to the outside from Harley Sin of the Price Slashers. Catastrophe forced to the back of the pack. Riff, meanwhile, sneaks in through the inside for 4 points. Riff going in, going for another scoring pass, decides to call it halfway through. And Riff did pick up 2 more points there for the Price Slashers. Hot items held scoreless. Hot items down a pivot leading into this next jam. We got some very tough blocking going on out there. Oh, I spoke too quickly. It is number 43, Oxytocin is out. Foxytocin is going to be your lead jammer. Meowch, meanwhile, still on that initial pass. Nice blocking there from Boom of the Price Slashers. Foxytocin, meanwhile, coming in for that first scoring pass. Number 8, Kraken, doing a nice job holding things together at the front of the pack there, but Foxytocin breaks through for 4. Foxytocin visiting us from Vet City Roller Derby, Bowling Green, Kentucky. Meowch, meanwhile, going for the star pass, but Meowch's pivot stuck in the back of that pack. And we're seeing some great teamwork from the hot items here. On turn 2, Hella Wreckham trying to break things up for Foxy there. 230. Annie DeSpanko doing a great job out there holding together that 3-wall. That's going to be the jam. Looks like 3 points going on the board for the Price Slashers. Hot items held scoreless that jam. That's going to bring the Price Slashers up to 72. Hot items 27. And the hot items have called a team timeout. If you're having a good time at this 2024 Black and Blue scrimmage, don't forget to join us at the after party from 9 p.m. to midnight at the Mayfair Bar in Hazlet. Mayfair Bar, of course, long-time sponsor of Lansing Roller Derby. We also have quite a few vendors in the house. We've got Tamboy Sports Massage here. Massage is going for $10 or $20. Of course, we got some great Lansing Roller Derby merch for sale. They've got hoodies, tees, tanks, and beanies. We have, I can't remember who, Violet something, got with the custom shirts and the cups and the armbands. Bracelets by JMR, $15 donation requested. We've got Magic Hat Tattoo, giving tattoos on the spot, modern skate and surf. There is another skate shop here. I didn't see the name, but they've got all the skating gear your little derby heart desires, pads, mouth guards, the whole kit and caboodle. We got Jawbreaker Jose. Wait, is that? And the pack is really bunched up on the straightaway right across from me, so I cannot see what's going on. we got Pivot versus Pivot at the front of the pack, but they let Ursa go. Ursa Mamer is going to be lead jammer. Big hit from Ursa Mamer on one of the hot items. Oh, and the ref says use a little bit too much forearm there. This is going to be a power jam for the Price Slashers. Number 922, whoever that is. Jawbreaker Jose going for the star pass. Didn't quite get it pulled off. Jawbreaker Jose taking a hit to the inside lane from Valkyrie. Tarantula doing a nice job holding things together there in the pack. But number 10, Mac Attack, trying to break things up. Number 11, Chuck of All Trades, also going to assist. Jones and Mac Attack ganging up at the front. Ursa out of that pack for 4 more points. Jose looking to get the star pass. Mac Attack running off with the star. That's 3 points going on the board for the hot items. And another 4 for Ursa Mamer. Mac Attack has to line up behind Tarantula. Oh, that's going to be the jam. Lead jammer goes to the penalty box. That means we go the full 2 minutes. And so on the jam line, we got number 331, Hemlocked, wearing the star for the hot items. That is 007 Phoenix jamming for the Price Slashers. And look at that, 007 is going to be your lead jammer. Hemlock caught up in the back of the pack. Nice hit there from Demolition. Demolition and Hemlocked, of course, longtime members of our host team, Lansing Roller Derby. And number 369, Irish, doing a nice job trying to break things up there for Hemlocked in the pack. Bam doing a dynamite job holding together that 3-wall in the front of that pack. Demolition also going to assist. Hemlocked having a very tough time getting through. Cutthroat Witch, number 333, doing in the middle with the bridging there. Phoenix calling it off. Nice forced call off there from Sweet Potato of the hot items. We got just a minute and a half left to go in this first half. Autograph number 54 is back on the jam line for the Price Slashers. Andy Despanko doing a nice job holding things together for the hot items there. Nice, oh, beautiful hit from Queen of Hearts on Ricky Bobby. But Ricky Bobby is going to be lead jammer. Direction of gameplay called there on Scarlet Fever of the Price Slashers. Riff is out, will not be lead jammer Ricky Bobby on the scoring pass. And Ricky Bobby is through for 1, 2, 3, 4 points. Ricky Bobby calling it off. And so we are off to a great start. This is number 10. Valkyrie is going to be lead jammer. Valkyrie coming to us from Tri-City Roller Derby in Kitchener, Ontario. We got number 39, Meowch, jamming for the hot items. Meowch still on her initial pass here. Valkyrie, meanwhile, all the way through for 4. Ada ready to take the star anytime. Jawbreaker Jose almost forcing Valkyrie to the middle. Valkyrie shakes it off, coming around for 4 points. Valkyrie heading in for another scoring pass. Meowch stuck on that initial pass. Still, Valkyrie making it look easy, even though we know it's not. And we are officially on jam time now. 12-point jam so far for Valkyrie. Meowch is out at last. Will not be lead jammer. Jones and Jawbreaker teaming up at the front of the pack. Even Jawbreaker can't stop Valkyrie. Valkyrie calls it off. And that's going to take us right into halftime. Price Slashers 98, Hot Items 34. We will see you back here in 5. Hello and welcome back. We are about to get right back into the Derby action here on, I can't remember if this is track 1 or track 2. Sorry, what I do know is we are watching the Price Slashers wearing yellow, taking on the Hot Items going into the second half. Price Slashers in the lead at 98, Hot Items 34. Ooh, and Foxy Tosin called out on a forearm. It's going to be a power jam for the Hot Items. And the Hot Items have Chuck of all trades, number 11, wearing the star. Chuck of all trades coming to us from the Chicago Riots. Nice hit there, brought to you by Cleo Smakia of the Price Slashers. Ursa Mamer also mixing things up there, wearing the pivot cover this time. Pack is at a standstill on turn 1. Price Slashers doing a nice job stalling things on the track till they can get Foxy Tosin out of that penalty box. Chuck still stuck on their initial pass. Number 13, for Sweet Potato, doing a nice job holding that wall together. Sweet Potato visiting us from Akron Roller Derby. Number 612, Lamine, also coming in for an assist. Trash also coming in for an assist. Ursa trying to break things up there for Foxy Tosin. Oh, jam's been called off and double goose egg on that jam. 0 points each team. We got Hemlock, number 331, back on the jam line for the Hot Items. And that's number 10, Valkyrie, wearing the star for the Price Slashers. Valkyrie is going to be lead jammer. Valkyrie coming in for the scoring pass, cutting up that track. 4 points going on the board for Valkyrie. Hemlock going for the star pass over to number 205, Ricky Bobby. 4 more points on the board for Valkyrie. Valkyrie calls it. Price Slashers now over the century mark at 106. Hot Items held scoreless. We've got number 10, Mech Attack, back on the jam line for the Hot Items. Mech Attack just skating around like a shark in the water there at the back of the pack. And it pays off. Mech Attack cutting right through those Price Slashers. Mac will be lead jammer. Price Slashers have Hall & Oates, number 27, wearing the star. That's an end. Mac coming around for 4 points. Mac Attack not slowing down anytime soon. Cutting around the outside for another 4 points. Hall & Oates going for the star pass. Jones doing her best to block that star pass. Jawbreaker Jose coming in to assist. Hall & Oates out on that initial, still wearing the star. That's oh, never mind. That's a track cut for Mac Attack. So this is going to be a power jam for the Price Slashers. Hall & Oates still on that initial pass. Nice block there from number 14, Punk of the Hot Items. Hall & Oates still diligently working on that initial pass. Hot Items doing a dynamite job keeping Hall & Oates trapped until they can get Mac Attack out of that penalty box. But the Price Slashers have been lying in wait for Mac. Oh, I spoke too quickly. Mac speeding right out of that penalty box for 4 points. Number 14 taking a big hit. Punk taking a big hit from the invisible blocker there. And Hall & Oates finally out of that pack for 4. That's going to bring the Hot Items up to 46. Price Slashers at 110. So we've got Catastrophe wearing the star for the Hot Items. Number 707, Catastrophe is going to be lead jammer Riffraff. Number 54 back on the jam line for the Price Slashers. And look at that, Catastrophe mixing it up with the Queen of Hearts in the pack. And both jammers out. Catastrophe exactly 1 lap ahead of Riffraff. Catastrophe putting 4 points on the board for the Hot Items. Catastrophe takes a hit to the inside from Scarlet Fever, calls it off just barely, holding Riff scoreless, and Catastrophe did pick up 1 more point in that jam. So Hot Items now over the half-century mark at 51, Price Slashers at 110. So we have number 10, Valkyrie, back on the jam line for the Price Slashers. And jamming for the Hot Items, we got number 205, Ricky Bobby, and it's going to be Valkyrie lead jammer. Ricky Bobby going for the star pass to Ada. Oh, never mind. Valkyrie coming around for 4 points. Ricky Bobby decides that star pass is not going to work out. Puts the helmet cover back on. Valkyrie coming around for another score pass. Nice apex jump there from Valkyrie. Scoring 4, calling it off. 8-point jam there for Valkyrie. Returning to the jam line for the Price Slashers, it is number 116, Ursa Mamer. Ursa Mamer joining us all the way from Southern Ohio, Race City Roller Derby. And Hemlock, number 331 on the jam line for the Hot Items. Hemlock, of course, member of our host team, Lansing Roller Derby. Jawbreaker Jose barely just, oh. And right away, Ursa Mamer having a tough time of things. Hot Items have been watching Ursa Mamer tearing it up on the jam line for the last 2 days, and they're like, we're not having that crap. And it's Mac Attack, number 10, taking the star for the Hot Items. Mac Attack will not be lead jammer. Beautiful stop block there from Jose, but Jose has to let Ursa Mamer go. No lead jammer so far. Ooh, look at that. Beautiful recycling there and backward skate from the Price Slashers. Pivot, that is number 149, Bam. And Ursa that was Ursa's first scoring pass. They just put 4 points on the board there for the Price Slashers. Mac Attack mixing it up there with Bam. Mac Attack is out, and Ursa coming in for another scoring pass. Ursa getting right around Jawbreaker Jose, coming around for count them 1, 2, 3, 4 points. Ursa coming in for another scoring pass. And that is Mac Attack getting hung up in the back of the pack there on Bam and Canna Whoopass. That's another 4 points going on the board there for Ursa Mamer. Cleo Smackia turning into a one-woman blocking machine there at the back of the pack. Oh, never mind. I spoke too quickly. Mac Attack coming around for 4 points for the hot items. Remember, there was no lead jammer this jam, so we're going to go the full 2 minutes. And Ursa Mamer dodging past Jawbreaker Jose for 4 points. That's going to be 2 minutes. That's the jam. Scoreboard mysteriously gone blank. Oh, somebody was just standing in front of the beam. My bad. So 16-point jam there for Ursa Mamer. So far, we got 5-on-5 out there. 007 Phoenix on the jam line for the Price Slashers, joined by number 39 Meowch of the hot items. And it's going to be 007 Phoenix is lead jammer. Meowch getting hung up on Cutthroat Witch there in the pack. Number 13 Trash attempting to break things up there for Meowch. And we got a star pass to number 13, Trash. Phoenix coming in for that initial scoring pass. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 points going on the board there for Phoenix. Trash, meanwhile, also coming in for a scoring pass. And Trash also scoring 4 points there for the hot items. Trash joining us from Ohio Roller Derby in Columbus. 4 more points for Phoenix. Phoenix calls it. Oh, Price Slashers up to 142. Hot items 63. So 79-point game, and we have just over 18 minutes left to go. And the hot items have put Ricky Bobby back on the jam line. Ricky Bobby joining us from Naptown Roller Derby in Indianapolis. The Price Slashers have Hall & Oates, number 27, on the jam line. Hall & Oates, member of Flint Roller Derby. We got jammer on jammer action in the back of that pack there. Ricky Bobby, meanwhile, coming into that 3-wall there with Tarantula holding things down. Hall & Oates gonna be lead jammer. Would you look at the smile on her face? I don't think she was expecting that. And we got a star pass to Ada of the hot items. Tarantula making eye contact, signaling Hall & Oates keep going. Tarantula tangling with Jones there. That tight 3-wall put up by the hot items, but Hall & Oates scoots through for 4 points. Ada, meanwhile, running into Asteroid there in the pack. I see a couple of hot items trying to break through, help Ada break through that wall. Things are getting tight out there. 3-on-3 pack. Oh, I spoke too quickly. We've got some blockers coming out of that penalty box. Nice bridging there by number 3, Jones of the hot items. Number 205, Ricky Bobby, hitting Hall & Oates to the outside. Nice recycling there from Ricky Bobby. Oh, and Ada getting sent to the penalty box. It's going to be a power jam for the Price Slashers right away. Hall & Oates calls it off. Hall & Oates picking up 4 more points in that jam. Looks like Ada also putting some points on the board for the hot items. 3 points to be exact. So Price Slashers up to 150 points. Hot items at 66. And this is a power jam for the Price Slashers. Riff Raff number 54 will be wearing the star. Queen of Hearts looking to break things up for Riff, but Riff has to get past Mac Attack and Jawbreaker Jose. Nice shoulder work there from Mac Attack on Riff. Jawbreaker Jose with the famous stop block on Riff. Oh, Riff headed to the penalty box. It's a double jammer penalty, and this means... Oh, I thought it was Ada. I guess. Yep, it's Ada. Ada headed back into the pack here. Riff will serve the exact same amount of time as Ada did in the penalty box. Ada's got to get past the Queen of Hearts and the pivot demolition. Ada's like, you know what? Screw this. I'm just going to go to the outside of the pack. Nice recycling there from the Queen of Hearts, number 55, Queen of Hearts, visiting us from Bowling Green, Kentucky. And Queen of Hearts does it again. More recycling there on Ada. Great stall. Oh, cruel misfortune. Riff likes that penalty box so much. They're going right back. It's a forearm this time, and it's still a power jam for the hot items. And Ada takes a tumble there mid-pack, tangling with Demolition, Scarlet Fever, and whoever number 89 is in the pack. Ada getting the star pass to Mac Attack there, finally towards the end. Mac Attack coming into that pack. Riff all the way through and jams over. Double goose egg for no points for anybody. And so we're back to 5-on-5 going into this jam. We've got Hemlocked, number 331 on the jam line for the hot items. Going to be joined by... Not sure who that is yet. For the Price Slashers. That is... Oh, look at that, and Hemlocked is going to be lead jammer. That is number 807, Unrivaled Chaos, wearing the star for the Price Slashers. And I guess Chaos picked up a penalty there. And Hemlocked calls it off right away. Another double goose egg. We have just under 13 minutes left to go in this bout, this last bout of the evening here on whichever track this is. Thanks, Chaos. This is track 2. I keep getting them mixed up. And don't forget, we're going to start here with the bouts bright and early at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. And this is number 707, Catastrophe. On the track, Catastrophe is going to be lead jammer. Once again, power jam for the hot items. And right away, Bam, can of whoop ass, working to make things very difficult. Ooh! And Catastrophe taking a ride on Bam there, and it's 3 points going on the board there for Catastrophe. And would you look at that? Chaos out of that penalty box with a vengeance. Can of whoop ass holding that wall together. Bam also going to come in for an assist. Catastrophe's like, I can't deal with any more of this crap. Calls it off. And that was a shutout there for the Price Slashers. We have an 80-point game. Price Slashers in the lead at 150 points. Hot items trailing at 70. And so jamming for the Price Slashers, we have number 27, Hall and Oates. And this is number 13, Trash, wearing the star for the hot items. And Trash is going to be lead jammer. Trash joining us from Ohio Roller Derby, Columbus, Ohio. Nice bridging there from Jones. Jones opening up the inside there for Trash. 4 points going on the board for the hot items. Hall & Oates, meanwhile, looking to get that hole in the pack. Nice blocking there from number 612, Lamine of the hot items. Nice and nice recycling there from Jones. And Jones almost taking her. Jones has to tangle with. Oh, that's not Jones. That's Trash. My bad. Trash coming around for another 4 points. 12-point jam so far for Trash. And I say 12, I meant 16-point jam there for Trash. And Hall & Oates, wrecked with exhaustion, picking up a penalty there. This is going to be a power jam for the hot items. And that's a 20-point jam so far for Trash, number 13. Trash going for a 24-point jam, and why the hell not? We got 16 seconds left on the jam clock. And at long last, Trash calls it off. 24-point jam for Trash of the hot items. That was incredible. And hot items, not quite enough to put hot items into the lead, but they certainly cut into the Price Slashers' advantage there. Price Slashers still at 150, hot items at 94. And this is a power jam for the hot items. Oh, beautiful hit from 55. The Queen of Hearts, Meow, so close to getting out of that pack free and clear. And that big hit was exactly what the Price Slashers needed to get Hall & Oates out of that penalty box. Hall & Oates, of course, not quite lead jammer. Meowch did pick up lead jam and taking another big hit there from Queen of Hearts. Meowch has no recourse but to call it off from the floor. It's a double goose egg on that jam. And we have an official timeout being called. And I see the jam timer's hand up. We are back into action here. And we've got 007 Phoenix wearing the star for the Price Slashers. Be joined by number 11, Chuck of all trades of the hot items. Jawbreaker Jose putting a nice stop block. Ooh, and Darkened Phoenix taking a whip there off a teammate. Jawbreaker Jose knows exactly when she has to let Phoenix go. And Phoenix is going to be lead jammer, but Chuck is out of that pack with a vengeance, catching right up to Phoenix. And Phoenix runs into the back there of a hot item, decides to call it off. And yes, Phoenix did manage to shut Chuck out on that jam. No points on the board for the hot items, but no points for the Price Slashers either. Okay. We got just under 7 minutes left to go. And we have Hemlock, number 331, back on the jam line for the hot items. And we have, I see, oh, the refs are calling an official timeout. So we're back in the action. Timeout's over. It is Hemlock on the jam line. It looks like the hot items have a power jam. Oh, beautiful recycling there from Ursa Mamer of the Price Slashers. Hemlock has to recycle all the way to the back of the pack. Demolition and Chaos lie in wait at the front of the pack. Ursa Mamer also going to help hold down that wall. Stalling until the Price Slashers jammer can get out of that penalty box. Oh, the Price Slashers jammer, 007 Phoenix. And Phoenix is going to be lead jammer. Hemlock going for the star pass. Mac Attack wearing the pivot cover. Phoenix coming in for that initial pass, cutting around, cracking on the outside on just 2 wheels. 4 points for Phoenix. And we got a star pass there from the hot items. Mac Attack taking the star. Jam's called off. Phoenix calls it off from the floor. 1 point. 1 more point. So, yeah, 5-point jam for the Price Slashers and none for Gretchen Wieners. And it looks like there was an extremely close game just wrapping up on track 1. Midnight Madness taking the win by just 5 points over the Markdowns, 165 to 171. Make that 6-point win. But back here, never mind, on track 2, we got Catastrophe of the hot items is going to be lead jammer. Riff Raff getting recycled to the back of that pack there. Catastrophe coming in for the scoring pass. Asteroid and Hall & Oates doing a dynamite job holding things together there at the front of the pack. Number 5, Can of Whoop-Ass, also going to come in for an assist. Catastrophe just barely scooting out. Oh, Catastrophe picking up a forearm there. This is going to be a power jam for the Price Slashers. Jawbreaker Jose lying in wait. Ooh, and 2 of Riff Raff's wheels went to the outside. Jawbreaker Jose knows that as well as Riff does. Doing a nice job recycling Riff as far back as she can. A little pivot on pivot action there in the front as Hall & Oates takes a swipe there at Jawbreaker Jose. Can of Whoop-Ass, meanwhile, is trying to break things up there for Riff in the pack. Beautiful block there from number 13, Trashed, and number 369, Irish there. Boom, coming in like a wrecking ball, putting a hurt on Lamine there. Catastrophe out of the penalty box with a vengeance. Jawbreaker Jose keeping that inside lane open, and that's 4 points going on the board for Catastrophe. Hot items determined to make life as miserable for Riff Raff as possible this jam. But Catastrophe getting used like a pinball there in the back of the pack. Boom, just about hitting Catastrophe to the outside, but Catastrophe manages to triumph, coming around for 4 points. All right, that's going to be the jam. Looks like Hot Items managed to shut out the Price Slashers, and that jam's going to take the Hot Items over the century mark at 102 points. But Price Slashers still in the lead at 156, and we have just a minute 30 seconds left on the clock. And so we're back into action here. Let's see who we've got jamming. And it's number 11, Chuck of All Trades, is wearing the star for the Hot Items. Number 43, Foxy Tosin, is jamming for the Price Slashers. Oh, so close. Chuck almost all the way out of the pack. They've got to recycle to the back. Oh, and it's a back block getting called on Foxy Tosin. You know what that means? It's a power jam for the Hot Items. Hey, never mind. I guess that wasn't a back block called on the jammer. Oh, never mind. I was right. Sorry about that. And number 11, Chuck of All Trades, is going to be lead jammer. Can of whoop ass. And number 72 are lying in wait there for number 72, Hello Reckham. Chuck of All Trades manages to come through for 4 points. Can of whoop ass called out on a direction of gameplay penalty. Hello Reckham has to let Chuck go. And that's another 4 points going on the board there for the Hot Items. Hot Items determined to make the most of this power jam. We've got some pivot on pivot action there at the front of the pack. Things are looking very rough, very exciting. Foxy Tosin finally out, will not be lead jammer. Chuck takes a tumble there to the inside lane, decides to call it off. 3 more points going on the board there for Chuck of All Trades. 11-point jam for the Hot Items. Hot Items catching up, but we only have 40 seconds left to go in this bout. Price Slashers held scoreless the last 2 jams, but still holding a comfortable lead at 156. Hot Items trailing at 113. We got Meowch back on the jam line for the Hot Items. Going to be joined by Valkyrie, number 10, jamming for the Price Slashers. And this could be the last jam of the game. We'll just have to see. Last jam of the night here at the Ingham County Fairgrounds. That's quite the formidable wall. It is 10 versus 10 as Valkyrie scoots right around Mac. Lead jam for the Price Slashers. And we got a star pass there from the Hot Items. It is number 922, Jawbreaker Jose, taking the star for the Hot Items. It's a hop, it's a skip, it's a jump. Valkyrie scores 4, calls it off, hits it and quits it. That's going to be the game, sports fans. And our unofficial final score is the Price Slashers 160, Hot Items 113. And I have announced 3 out of 3 of the Price Slashers bouts, and yes, they have remained victorious for all 3 of them. They are having an excellent year at this 2024 Black and Blue scrimmage. And General Lee Wong has said it's official. It's their official final score. Price Slashers 160, Hot Items 113. And after both teams have taken the traditional victory lap, I will announce the MVPs so we can GTFO, because I'm pretty sure Lansing only has this venue for another 15 or 20 minutes.